you ever get lost in the woods and hear someone whistling your favorite song, run the opposite direction. Don't call back. Don't whistle back. And whatever you do, do not follow the sound. Because in Blackwood Forest, the thing making that noise probably isn't human anymore. And if it sounds exactly like someone you love, you're already in serious trouble. My name is Noah Carter. I'm 28 years old, and 3 years ago I joined a weekend hiking trip with 5 friends. It was supposed to be simple: 2 nights, 1 trail, 1 cabin, a break from city life. That trip ended with only 2 of us coming back, and I still don't know if the thing that returned with us ever truly left. It started with a dumb group chat idea. My best friend Tyler wanted to do something adventurous before moving across the country for work. Classic last trip nonsense. So he booked a remote cabin near Blackwood National Forest in northern Montana. Huge mistake. The listing looked normal enough. Wood cabin, lake nearby, fire pit, no neighbors for miles. Exactly the kind of isolated wilderness fantasy people think they want until reality shows up. There were 6 of us: Tyler, his girlfriend Emma, my cousin Jake, a girl named Melissa, a guy named Aaron, and me. We drove 7 hours to get there. The closer we got, the weirder things felt. No cell signal, no gas stations, roads getting narrower and rougher, tall pine trees pressing closer to the road like walls. By the time we reached the cabin, it was already getting dark. The cabin itself was fine, old but clean. 1 story, massive windows, back porch facing endless trees, and a weird silence. Not peaceful silence, not nature silence, wrong silence. No birds, no insects, no animal sounds, just wind. That should have bothered us more, but people ignore discomfort when they're excited. We unpacked, started a fire, opened beers, played cards, everything normal, until around 10 p.m. That's when Emma froze mid-conversation, her face drained of color. "You guys hear that?" We all stopped, listened. At first, nothing, then a whistle, faint, coming from deep in the forest, soft, melodic, just a few notes. Tyler laughed. Probably another camper, but Emma looked disturbed. That's weird. Tyler asked why, and she quietly said, "That's the song my dad used to whistle to wake me up when I was little." Nobody laughed after that. Her dad had died 5 years ago, cancer. We all knew that. The silence got heavy. Aaron tried brushing it off. Coincidence. Reasonable explanation. Had to be. Then the whistling came again, closer. Same tune, perfectly repeated, not random, intentional. And now all of us could hear it clearly, coming from the tree line, right behind the cabin. Tyler stood up. Nope, screw that. He grabbed a flashlight and stepped onto the porch. Hello? Nothing, just darkness and trees. Then a branch snapped, somewhere out there, heavy, like something shifting its weight. Tyler shined his flashlight towards the woods. The beam cut through trunks, bushes, branches, and stopped. "There's someone there." His voice changed, not joking anymore. We rushed beside him. At first I couldn't see anything. Then my eyes adjusted. There was definitely a figure, standing between 2 trees, far enough to be mostly silhouette. Too tall, much too tall, at least 7 feet, maybe more. Thin, unnaturally thin, like stretched proportions, and completely motionless, just watching. Melissa whispered, "What the hell is that?" Nobody answered. Then the figure moved, not walking, not running. It simply stepped backward behind a tree and vanished, gone. Tyler slammed the cabin door, locked it. Nervous laughter followed, everyone trying to rationalize. Hunter, prankster, optical illusion, anything, but nobody believed their own explanations. That night, nobody slept well. At 2:13 a.m., I woke up needing water. The cabin was dark, everyone asleep, or so I thought. As I walked into the kitchen, I noticed the back door was open, wide open, cold air pouring in. My heart nearly stopped. I approached slowly and saw muddy footprints leading outside, bare footprints, human-shaped, but wrong, long toes, too narrow, deep impressions, as if whoever made them was extremely heavy. Then I noticed another set going inside, not out, coming from the forest into the cabin. My entire body went cold. I checked the bedrooms. Everyone appeared asleep, except Jake. His bed was empty. No, no, no. I whispered his name. Nothing. Then I heard movement outside, slow crunching in leaves, coming around the side of the cabin, towards the porch. I shut and locked the back door, turned off every light, stood frozen. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Heavy footsteps circled the house, slowly, like something inspecting us. Then came tapping, one finger against the living room window. Tap, tap, tap. I refused to look. I knew if I looked, I'd see something I could never unsee. Then came Jake's voice, outside, right beside the glass. "Noah, open up." I nearly cried from relief, but something felt wrong. Jake wouldn't be outside barefoot in freezing weather, not calmly, not at 2 a.m., and his voice sounded flat, emotionless. Again, "Noah, tap, 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 open the door." My hand hovered over the lock. Then I remembered something horrifying. I had just checked his room less than 30 seconds ago. His bed was empty. But as I turned to look again, Jake was standing in the hallway, inside the cabin, staring at me. My blood froze solid. He looked confused. "Why are you awake?" I couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. Outside the window, something wearing Jake's voice laughed, a low, distorted chuckle. Then footsteps retreated into darkness. I don't remember sleeping after that. Morning came. Everyone panicked when we told them. Half the group wanted to leave immediately. Smart people. But our car wouldn't start. Neither one. Both dead. No signal, no nearby help. Cabin landline? Cut. Literally. Wire severed outside. Clean slice. That's when real fear started. Not spooky fun fear, survival fear. We decided to hike back to the main road. Should have taken maybe 3 hours. We packed essentials. Food, water, knives, bear spray, and left by noon. At first everything seemed fine. Trail visible, weather clear, everyone staying close. Then, after an hour, Aaron stopped walking. He stared at something on the ground. "What is that?" We gathered around. Footprints, huge, humanoid, but too long, deeply pressed into mud, circling our group trail, not ahead of us, not behind us, around us, as if something had been walking loops around where we slept, watching, studying. Emma started crying. Jake whispered, "We're being herded." Nobody wanted to hear that, but he was right. 2 hours later, we should have reached the road. Instead, we found the cabin. Again. Same porch, same truck, same firewood stack. Impossible. Melissa started hyperventilating. No, 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 no. We had walked in a straight line, no turns, no circles, yet somehow returned. That was when Tyver completely lost patience. Screw this. He grabbed his hunting knife. I'm not letting some stupid forest psych me out. And before anyone could stop him, he stormed into the woods alone. Bad decision. We chased after him, calling his name, but within seconds he was gone. Not visually, literally. One moment ahead of us, next moment vanished, as if swallowed by trees. Then we heard screaming, not distant, not far, immediate. Tyler screamed like someone being disassembled alive, pure terror, pure agony, then sudden silence. We ran toward the sound. Nothing. No Tyler, no blood, no sign of struggle. Just one object hanging from a tree branch. His wedding ring, still warm. Emma collapsed, hysterically sobbing. That's when the whistling started again, closer than ever. Her father's tune, surrounding us from all directions. One whistle, then another, then multiple, different locations, like several things were now copying it. Nope. We ran, no plan, just panic, branches slapping faces, roots tripping feet, pure chaos. At some point, Melissa disappeared. Nobody saw when, just suddenly gone. We heard her screaming somewhere behind us, then silence again. By sunset, only 4 remained. Me, Jake, Emma, Aaron. We barricaded ourselves back inside cabin, no options left. Night fell, and that's when the knocking began. Not on doors, underneath the cabin, from below the floorboards, something crawling beneath us, heavy movement scraping wood, circling, testing weak points. Emma kept whispering prayers. Aaron was near breakdown. Jake held a shotgun with shaking hands. Then came Tyler's voice from outside, perfectly accurate. Guys, open up. Emma screamed because Tyler was gone. We all knew it, yet his voice continued, cold, patient. Come on, I'm hurt. Then Melissa joined in, then Aaron's mother, then my brother, voices of loved ones, dead relatives, friends, people they shouldn't know, calling us one by one, trying to get inside, trying to make us answer. Then came scratching on the roof, something large climbing overhead, slow claws dragging across wood, and suddenly, crash, something dropped onto the porch, heavy enough to shake the cabin. Then footsteps approached front door, one at a time. Then a voice whispered through the mail slot, not copied, not mimicked, its real voice, low, wet, ancient. Let me wear you. Aaron snapped, started screaming uncontrollably, ran for front door. We tackled him too late. He unlocked it. Door opened 1 inch. That was enough. A black hand slid through. Too many joints, too many fingers, grabbing wildly. Jake blasted it with shotgun. The thing shrieked, not animal, not human, something far worse. Door slammed shut, but outside, something was laughing, several somethings. By dawn, only me and Jake were alive. Emma vanished during the night. No sound, no struggle, just gone from locked room. At sunrise, the forest suddenly felt normal again. Birds returned, insects buzzing, cars started, phones worked, as if nothing happened. Police searched, found empty woods, no bodies, no evidence, case unsolved, missing persons, probable animal attacks, official nonsense.
Jake never recovered mentally, institutionalized within 6 months. He drew the same image repeatedly, tall, thin figures wearing human faces like masks. As for me, I moved across the country, apartment in Seattle, far from forests, far from wilderness, safer, or so I thought. Last week, while brushing my teeth, I heard faint whistling from my apartment vent, soft, melodic, a tune I haven't heard since Blackwood, and when I looked down, there was mud on my bathroom floor, bare footprints leading from the vent into my bedroom.